Today's episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Go over and get you a free audiobook 30-day free trial over at www.audibletrial.com/nerdcave. You can be picking up Timothy Zahn's new book, Thrawn. It's freaking awesome. Or you can get Ahsoka. You can get all these Star Wars books because everybody loves Star Wars. If you don't love Star Wars, what are you doing with your life? There's over 180,000 titles, though, to choose from. You can get it on your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle. And if you have an MP3 player and what are you doing with your life, you can get that there as well. So go over to audibletrial.com/nerdcave and grab you one of those new books. Get smart. We read at the Nerd Cave. We read. Build it beautiful. We are now in the fourth part. The fourth part of our show. This is the rotating fourth segment. Each and every week, we talk about different subjects. Beginning of each month, we talk about the old shout out to Netflix.
Yes.
That is currently not on Netflix. It is on HBO now, or HBO Go. And that is the Defiant Ones. That's the one you started watching, unfortunately.
Yeah. I made an error in our scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
I started trying to watch the Defiant Ones, but I should have been watching One Punch Man, which is what our animation superstation Weeaboo Watch is this week. So Allie and Zach will be taking the major ham. I just talk a little bit about what I know.
So let's run through. Okay. That's what when Robbie told me that he was watching Defiant Ones and not
like,
okay. Shout out to Netflix is Defiant Ones, which is on HBO Go or HBO Now, and then we have
HBO in general.
Yeah, on HBO in general, and then we have Time for Comics, which is Volume 2 of Lock and Key. And then we have We Read, which is the second half of Apollo, Trials of Apollo.
Which we found out that reading a book in a month is not as easy as it sounds.
Yes. And then to close it all out is what we're talking about today, which is our animation superstation Weeaboo Watch. And that is One Punch Man Season 1, the only season that's out there.
Now, we'll go with what?
I'm going to let you talk about the 2 episodes that you watched, my friend.
I like the character. I think One Punch Man is awesome. I like the premise of, he's super bored.
Yeah.
I mean, literally he beats people with
one punch.
A single punch. So, once we get to see some more people who can actually challenge him, and I think you'll see more excitement out of him because, that's the excitement level you get from him is okay. But I will finish it, and then I will give a small snippet of what I really think about the show. Because there's how many episodes?
There's 12.
12.
Yeah, it's not long.
So I'm halfway there.
You're a 6 of the way there.
Don't
I
think
had to check
about
my mouth. I almost said a 4th, and I was like, no.
Don't give him that much credit. So I'll give mine. I finished it up earlier today. I enjoyed this a lot.
And it's something that we should have gotten into a long time ago.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, but
Al.
it's kind of like Attack on Titan. It just didn't happen. It happened when it happened. Life found a way.
Life always finds a way.
And when it finally happens, it's special. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animation looks great. It is more of a new style animation. The thing that I really enjoyed about this show was that just the dumb faces. The thing that I really enjoyed about the show was the way the storytelling happened. It seemed like nothing was really going on. Like there's no overarching story.
Yeah.
On an evil side of things. Like you think somebody's going to be the overarch villain or whatever, and that never happens. Like you are literally just living a day by day existence with, how do you say his name?
Saitama.
Okay.
Saitama.
I wasn't about to try to pronounce it on here.
It's either Saitama or Saitama. I think it's Saitama, actually.
Saitama. Okay, so you're living a day-to-day thing, and you see his transformation from a everyday businessman to the One Punch Man. And it's very interesting just how that happened. You know, the big lobster monster. But you see that happen, and just the okays keeps getting me. But it is so well done. One of the things, we'll show the lobster monster.
Actually, no, that has him in it. It's a small picture, but he's in it. So.
Yeah, well, that's a really small picture.
Yeah, it is a really small picture. Oh, well.
The smallest picture we can find of this.
There you go. Enjoy, guys.
So you see him there before becoming One Punch Man. The thing that I love about this show is it pokes at so many tropes that are in the anime genre, where villains or heroes talk all the flipping time. They go on and on and on, and
or they power up an attack for 2 episodes.
Yeah, and you just at one point he's like 20 words or less. He stops somebody. He's like, "Shut up." He was like, "Are you done?" You know, it's always that kind of like, I'm not going to waste my time on you. That kind of deal. But he's such an interesting character because he's doing this because it's fun. He's doing it because he wants to do it. It's not like I was transformed into this thing by this, and like all the other superheroes are like, oh, I'm this person, I'm ranked this and class this and just all of this, and he's just like just punching people like he doesn't really care. And that's one of the cool things about it. It makes fun of like the whole anime thing where everybody's all the time always talking. But it's interesting as well, like his animation a lot of the time is this just like simple dopey face, but like as soon as like it kicks into like actual
butt kicking time,
it goes into that like normal anime
right above okay.
You want
no down.
You said right above okay.
Right above the other okay.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, Allie.
It changes it back into that like style that we're normally seeing and everything, and it's just so interesting how they do it and how they weave in and out of everything. And yes, okay. I guess that's my like red light on the back of the room telling me to shut up.
I'm just like showing like the two. Like,
it's this totally different style, and it's not just him. We see it with Terrible Tornado later in the series when we get more of them. But the last few episodes are really, really good. When we get to see the Sea King and when we get to see Boros. Which is the big baddie at the very end of the show, is just really awesome. And they leave you with a cliffhanger that deals with Genos. And I think Genos is one of the more interesting and cool characters. He's the robot. Have you met the bionic guy? The cyborg?
In episode 3.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet.
He's really cool. Like he the whole time, like he's really powerful and all of this, but he understands that Saitama or Saitaman, whatever.
Saitama.
One Punch Man is, the end all be all, but nobody else realizes this.
Yeah.
And he wants to be his disciple and everything. And it's just, he realizes how much he actually sacrifices for the greater good. Because there are several episodes, and I'm not going to spoil it for you or people that haven't watched it, where One Punch Man is doing something that actually hurts him, like his reputation or how he's viewed, to make everybody else not seem as bad or seem like they've failed or something. So it's just very interesting at how he goes about things, that he's not in it for the boost in reputation or anything. He's in it to actually save people's lives for the greater good. And Genos is one of the people that only see that. What?
I was like, I'm telling Robbie, like, it's that.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
The Sonic
Speed Sound or something like
Sonic
that.
Speed Sound. He's a very interesting foe for One Punch Man. there's one instance, and I'm gonna ruin this for you just because it's hilarious. Him and One Punch Man, what is it? Speed of
Sound Sonic.
Speed of Sound Sonic. Stupid name. He's a ninja or whatever.
I love him. He's so great.
He is fighting One Punch Man, and One Punch Man like punches him in the junk.
Okay, there's a very important distinction. He moves his fist. He doesn't actually punch him because if he did,
there wouldn't be any junk there. So like he gets dinked in his dink.
Like even just like holding his fist there, just like stopping his fist, like it's still like. I mean, granted, getting hit in the junk is gonna hurt. But, like he's on the ground like crying.
And like he's like this BA of a character, but like that happens, and like the comedy value starts in. It's just a great blend of comedy and action, and like has a little bit of drama in there as well. But the cast and crew of the whole show is just interesting. Like you got Prisoner, which is one of the weirdest ones, but he's also he's obsessed with pretty men, and like he chases them down, and like his ultimate form is like he busts out of all of his clothes and he's naked.
Right over here, he's kind of covered up.
But he's very interesting. I love his character just because of that. But it's just this nice like amalgamation of like all these different tropes and everything, but with this fresh take on like there's not this overarching story of evil that is actually focused on the main character. Because you look at Dragon Ball Z, it's like whoever the main villain is, like all that story leads up to that final fight. This one's like boom, I kill everybody with one punch. Like it's just you know what I mean, like it's that kind of deal. So Allie, what is your take on it? I know you watched it a while ago.
Yeah, I watched it a while ago. I didn't get a chance to rewatch it this last month. No, I adore it. Like when I first watched, my friend and I first watched it. It was shortly after it first came out. They were like, "Yeah, we heard it's really good, so we'll sit down and watch it." And then like we watched like it was the first episode, and we were like, "This is the best thing we've ever seen." Because it was kind of like in a row. We were like, "Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of like good, like animes out there, whatever." Or like there was ever coming.
Yeah.
And so, like, watching this and, how it's mocking, but it's still in that form at the same time. It's a really, like, nice, like, breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And then, again, like, there's so many of these awesome characters that you come to know and love. They all have these different cool abilities. And then you have Saitama, excuse me. He's just like, I know,
we butcher it. It's okay.
It's either way.
One Punch Man.
Just... Because you're so used to like in these things, like if you saw this poster, like if you didn't see, the One Punch Man, you'd probably think that Genos was the main character just because of the art style, and it's the stereotypical art like anime like face sharp edges that you typically see, and you had this beautiful little potato man. Like
you would think he would be the Krillin of the group.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You would think he would be the Krillin of the group, and he's not.
He's the strongest of the group.
Yeah.
He's the Goku.
And then also just the whole joke with him, like, he's like, because he doesn't want to teach Genos at first. He's like, no, I'm not going to be like your master or whatever. Like, go somewhere else. And then Genos is like, no, I'll help you pay rent. And then he's like, well, come on in. So he's, aside from like the super strength, they made Saitama like a really like relatable character in that aspect. He's like, I just want to pay rent. I just want to go get food.
Like when he first becomes a hero, like they do a class rank system like C, B, and A, and like there's like you have to go up the whole numbers to like get to the next rank or whatever. He's sitting around like he was in class C because like his writing exam sucked. Like he passed because he had such a good score on the physical side of it. Like he beat everybody on that. But like he's been sitting at home like all week doing nothing but like just eating and like reading stuff or whatever, watching TV. And Genos was like, you have to meet a quota of like at least one superhero act every week when you're a rank C or whatever. He's like, what? How many days do I have? He's like, you have 2 or you're out as a superhero. And it's just like little things like that.
Yeah. And of course you have honestly the best character in the entire show, Human Rider. riding in on his bike in all his glory.
The what is it? Cyclist for Justice.
Yeah, the Cyclist for Justice. He's just on his bike. Like, I think it's whenever they're fighting the Sea King. Like, he's on his bike and he's just like, everyone, you have to get out of town.
He's like cycle of justice and like throws his like bike at this huge like 3-story tall monster.
I love it. It's so good. But yeah, there's just all these really fun characters, and they're making a season 2 apparently, but they've kind of fallen into the Attack on Titan
route of waiting forever.
Yeah, because like we knew that it was gonna get pushed, but it came out in the fall of whatever, and it was supposed to be. They're like, oh, second season confirmed for next spring. My friend and I were like, it'll probably get pushed to summer because there's no way it's gonna come out in the spring. But we're like, oh my god, that's so cool. There's already gonna be a season that soon. And then it never happened.
See, that's one thing that I like about old animes. Like, it was consistent.
It was.
And they're
like,
also like, now if you go back and watch them, everything's out. You can actually watch it all.
Yeah, and it's like these newfangled things.
Whippersnapper anime.
They don't know what they're doing over there. They're just waiting for 3 years. You know,
you go back and watch Dragon Ball,
like
Gundam,
Dragon Ball Z, like all of it came like it was like boom, 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 boom. You know, and the only reason that it seemed like it didn't do that was because Toonami wouldn't buy the freaking rights for anything past the freaking Cell Saga.
Oh, I know.
And before that, wouldn't buy anything past the Frieza saga. So we kept watching Saiyan to Frieza, and then we finally got the Cell Saga, and then we finally got the Majin Buu saga. But you know, they at least had made that stuff. We were just waiting for it over here.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't have freaking Crunchyroll.
We did not.
But you know, like I'm hoping that they make more of it because I absolutely loved it, and you definitely need to watch it.
I'm going to watch some more of it tonight. Actually,
it's so good. And then seeing like how he becomes One Punch Man and like you finally learn his secret, and it's so worth it.
Yeah, it's great. So let us know what you think of One Punch Man down in the comments because I'm curious to see how it ranks in your Mount Rushmore of anime.
And
it's pretty high on mine.
Well, actually, we doing the Defiant ones. Not this week, but it's next week.
Yeah, next week is the Defiant one. So make sure that you're checking that out. It is a 4-part documentary series going over Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre's relationship and their history in the music biz. And if you don't know who either one of these guys are, I don't know what you've been doing in your life, you probably know Dr. Dre, but Jimmy Iovine has worked with artists such as Tom Petty.
And Tom Petty.
Dr. Dre. He's worked with U2. He's worked with oh God, what is her name?
Beyonce.
He's worked
Katy
with
Perry.
He's worked with Beyonce. He's worked with a ton of people. He's worked with John Lennon. You know, he's worked with them all.
Oh yeah.
Like, he is one of the biggest names there's ever been in the producing business. So it's very interesting. I loved it. I love the way they shot everything. So I can't wait to talk with that about you.
About me?
Yep. You know exactly what I mean. So
I do.
Everybody let us know what you thought of One Punch Man down below. And you've been listening and watching the Nerd Cave podcast. You can get everything early over on patreon.com/nerdcave. You can get it early there. You can watch us record it live each and every week. Or you can pay a little bit more and get that nice edited version.
Yeah.
You could watch the live version and be like, oh, I wonder how did Zach do? Did he actually change Robbie's name from over here to over there? Or did he accidentally make one that was a little bit higher and that was still over here? Did he? Because I did last week because I forgot one. So you could get that version. You can get that early. Or you can just wait like everybody else.
We need a new...
Yeah, we do. I'm about to...
You had one?
No. Go ahead. We doing a weeaboo or are we doing like an anime?
This is a weeaboo.
Okay.
It's called Fate Zero.
I've heard of that.
Is it on
It is on Netflix.
Okay.
It's one that I've heard good things, and I've only watched the first episode.
Mm-hmm. So you've almost watched as much of this one
as I did about what we're supposed to talk about today.
Okay. Did you put Fade Zero?
Put Fade, yeah. I don't know how to spell apparently.
It's okay. Neither do we. We can't pronounce people. But it takes a lot of really cool characters. from the first episode that I saw, it's actually really good. It's a bunch of people who are in quest for the Holy Grail. So, Fate Zero, we'll talk about it on the Weeaboo Watch next month.
Yeah, next month. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there you go, guys. So if you don't want to toss us a few dollars over at patreon.com, you can go over to youtube.com/nerdcavenetwork and get it day by day, segment by segment, like that kitten that's been chopped up.
Oh, poor kitty.
Dead kitty. Or you can get it all on Friday, where we put everything out for everyone on podcast services and YouTube around the globe. So there you go. Episode 224 is in the book, man.
Close this chapter.
We've got to go wash off our gloves.
Allie has to go. So she still has them.
Yeah, she still has them. She's been over there sniffing them. It's a little weird.
I mean, we don't judge here. We don't judge here at the Nerd Cave.
So, everybody, this has been Zach.
And Robbie.
Have a week. If you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want gaming content, you can go over to Nerd Cave Gaming right there. If you want to support us, you can check out Patreon right there. If you want more videos, check them out right here. Go ahead, pick one of them. I wonder which one you're going to do. If you're going to be cool, you'd pick any of them. All 4 of them. You'd be awesome.